Brace yourself for jaw-dropping skill in brutal terrain where raw power and split-second moves rule. From root-ripping excavators to precision chainsaw cuts, this is forestry at its fiercest. Deep in a soaked forest trail, the Timberjack 810B forwarder pushes through a brutal mud path. Its wheels chained up, clawing for grip with every turn. Fully loaded with fresh-cut logs, the machine tilts dangerously as it squeezes between narrow trees. This isn't just off-roading, it's a mechanical survival test. The timber's weight strains every joint, and one wrong move could bury the entire rig in the swamp. This is raw logging under extreme conditions where only the boldest operators keep moving. Now the scene shifts to a fresh loading operation. The Timberjack's hydraulic crane kicks into action with robotic precision. Massive logs are lifted and stacked cleanly onto the reinforced bed. The operator, perched high above the mess, keeps it all in balance despite soft ground and shifting debris. It hits like a wrecking machine, blasting into a massive stump with zero hesitation. The Anui forestry mulcher rips through hardwood and root with its high-speed steel drum, launching bark and debris in a storm of raw power. Every pass digs deeper. Every second screams destruction. Up close, the rotating cutter head shreds with brutal precision. Giant steel teeth grind through the stump while the armored grill shrugs off flying chunks. Locked on rugged tracks, the machine holds firm as the forest floor gets flattened into mulch. The final shot is chaos. Dust, splinters, and soil flying as the last of the stump disappears. The bright red frame of the Anui pushes forward through the cloud like a war machine on a mission. This isn't clearing land, it's total domination. Ripping through hardened soil with surgical precision, this yellow excavator clamps down on a hidden tree stump like a predator locking on to prey. The specialized claw attachment slices deep into the earth, twisting and lifting as the machine tears apart stubborn roots anchored in place for decades. It's a raw display of mechanical dominance where brute strength meets pinpoint accuracy. Blasting into a flooded forest trail like a warhorse on a mission, this red-nosed Z4 forestry tractor plunges into deep mud and standing water without hesitation. Its oversized front tires slice through the slop, flinging muck high into the trees as the heavy-duty chassis charges forward. There's no trail here, just chaos, and this machine is built to conquer every inch of it. With every rotation, the Z4's aggressive tread pattern digs for grip in a mix of swamp and rotted underbrush. The rear wagon, fully loaded with stripped timber, threatens to bog down the entire operation, but the front-end torque refuses to back down. You can hear the revs spike as the tractor surges through a sinking stretch, muscles flexing under the weight of a brutal haul. In a tighter section, the tractor leans hard into a trench, one wheel practically airborne as it hauls its overloaded trailer uphill through shredded moss and mud-soaked branches. It's a mechanical brawl between traction and terrain, and the Z4 holds its own with unmatched resilience. But the final blow comes from the rear. The log trailer collapses into a hidden rut, all wheels submerged, logs perched like a teetering tower above disaster. The operator responds instantly, adjusting the load balance and clawing forward 1 foot at a time. Dragging out the last load, the Z4 explodes out of the shadows and into open light, tires caked in mud, logs perfectly intact. Built with a reinforced winch system, massive torque, and forest-rated frame armor, this machine doesn't just haul timber, it survives the forest's worst and comes out leading.
Staring up at a giant redwood towering like a skyscraper in the wilderness, this professional logger gets to work with nothing but a chainsaw and sheer nerve. With razor-sharp precision, he carves deep into the base of the ancient trunk, inches from thousands of pounds of suspended weight. The wood chips explode in orange bursts as each cut brings the giant one step closer to collapse. This is high-stakes felling, where focus, timing, and perfect technique decide everything. As the hinge cut nears completion, the entire tree shifts ever so slightly, a silent signal that the balance has tipped.
Barreling downhill, an overloaded pickup hits a curve. Its load shifts and the truck rolls violently.
Stump removal here is nothing short of explosive. As tension builds through a chained off-road tire and winch, the buried roots strain against the force. Then suddenly, snap! The stump tears free from the earth in one violent heave, launching dirt and roots into the air.
Rolling through a treacherous mountain pass, this hand-painted Pakistani truck carries a towering load of boulders, an art piece wrapped in danger. The suspension groans, the frame flexes, and every turn flirts with disaster. Rear tires bite into crumbling rock as gravity threatens collapse. No straps, no guards, just raw steel holding a multi-ton gamble together. Charging headfirst into a swamp of shattered timber and axle-deep mud, the Terry 34C Forwarder powers through like a machine born for chaos. Loaded with fresh-cut birch, it crushes debris under massive chain-wrapped tires, engineered for war-zone terrain. No hesitation, no struggle, just unstoppable momentum. From the side, the stacked timber looks overwhelming, every bundle packed tight, pushing the cage to its limit. But the hydraulics hold firm as the operator works with smooth, calculated control. With an articulated frame and full floating suspension, the Terry weaves through stumps and wreckage like a surgeon in steel armor. As the camera swings behind, the undercarriage dips deep into wet clay. But even here, it keeps crawling, relentless. The oversized grapple arm moves with grace, lifting and placing heavy logs like toys. Every motion, crane, arm, deck, is perfectly timed. It's not just muscle, it's mastery. Pushing deeper into unforgiving forest, the forwarder climbs over flooded ruts and twisted ground. The cab tilts dangerously, almost sideways, but the center of gravity stays locked. The powertrain growls as it claws through terrain that would defeat most machines. Then comes the close-up, tires churning through a trench of thick sludge, throwing mud and water in all directions. But this isn't a fail, it's a demonstration of resilience. Every spin fights back, every inch forward is earned. This is no ordinary machine, it's a legend in motion, built for the wild, driven with precision and fearless in the face of the impossible.
Ripping through dense hardwood with relentless aggression, the CAT 299D compact track loader, fitted with a high-powered forestry mulcher, is a brutal force of mechanical destruction. The moment it hits the stump, the action ignites. The mulching drum, armed with razor-sharp steel teeth, spins at staggering speed, sending bark, sawdust, and splinters flying in all directions. Each pass digs deeper, chewing straight through hardwood like it's soft pine. The teeth don't just scrape, They tear, shred, and vaporize everything in their path. Massive chunks of the stump disappear in seconds, replaced by a thick layer of mulch that carpets the forest floor. It's loud, aggressive, and mesmerizing. Pure torque unleashed. The Cat's rubber track system keeps the machine locked in place, even as the drum thrashes through uneven terrain and embedded roots. Its low center of gravity and wide stance give it tank-like stability, allowing the operator to stay in total control while working at aggressive angles. Up front, the hydraulic arm moves with impressive precision, giving the operator the ability to position the mulcher head exactly where it's needed. Whether it's a surface trunk, a buried root ball, or a clump of knotted debris, the Cat doesn't hesitate. The arm dives in, levels out, and clears it to dust with surgical accuracy.
Sinking into a clay-choked jungle trail, this overloaded logging truck struggles to move inches. With no windshield, shattered suspension, and tons of loosely strapped hardwood, the frame groans under pressure as the wheels spin helplessly in thick mud. The driver leans in, battling gravity and terrain, knowing one wrong bounce could mean collapse. Enter the Komatsu PC300LC. With a muddy bucket and steel precision, the excavator locks in, lifting logs or pushing the rig forward with calculated force. Behind it all, a mountain of timber teeters, threatening disaster with every move. No high-tech help, just raw iron, jungle grit, and survival in motion.
With raw hydraulic power and surgical steel claws, the Roby CG35 stump puller clamps down on a buried hardwood root system like a predator locking onto its prey. In one swift, synchronized motion, its reinforced jaws crush through compacted soil and splintered wood, tearing the massive stump straight from the earth. The ground shakes as the root ball is ripped free, revealing just how deep this machine bites.
Bringing surgical precision to raw destruction, this urban stump removal scene is stump grinding at its finest. Attached to a compact excavator, the rotor S-type grinder locks in with laser focus. The vibrant orange and blue drum roars alive, and in seconds, its carbide teeth are shredding dense hardwood into a fountain of mulch. Each controlled sweep carves the stump down with flawless accuracy. No damage to nearby grass, no threat to surrounding fences. It's not chaos, it's craftsmanship. This isn't just stump removal, it's high-performance demolition executed with mechanical elegance right in the middle of suburbia. Loaded with freshly cut logs, this overburdened motorcycle pushes the boundaries of what's physically possible. Strapped with uneven stacks of timber, the rider skillfully navigates a narrow dirt trail deep within the forest, balancing not only against gravity, but against the odds. Every bump and dip in the path becomes a challenge as he steers the makeshift log hauler through rough terrain with precision. This isn't just transportation, it's survival ingenuity at its rawest. No suspension system, no advanced controls, just raw determination, careful throttle control, and nerves of steel. It's a jaw-dropping display of local logging hustle, where even a motorcycle transforms into a full-on timber hauler. In the heart of a rugged forested clearing, a powerful excavator equipped with a custom-built stump ripper goes to war with nature's most stubborn obstacle, a deeply rooted tree stump. With its oversized hydraulic claw clenched tight,
The orange steel arm lunges downward, tearing through compacted soil and tangled roots like a mechanical predator. Each hydraulic motion sends dirt flying and exposes a complex network of anchoring roots.
Roaring over shredded forest floor, this high-clearance log skidder storms the slope with brutal confidence. Its wide-set tires claw through mulch and debris while maintaining perfect traction on uneven terrain. You can feel the raw suspension flex as the cab tilts from side to side, absorbing the chaos underneath. Swinging into frame, the grapple arms close around a massive hardwood trunk, yanking it effortlessly from the pile like it weighs nothing.
Slamming into the muddy trail like a war machine from a forgotten era, this Soviet-era ZIL logging truck pushes forward with raw determination. Its overburdened suspension groans under the weight of stacked timber, while deep ruts and a flooded trench threaten to trap it in the heart of the forest. But this beast doesn't flinch. Its tall tires claw through the slop, spitting mud as the driver fights the wheel to maintain control. Emerging from the bog, the truck charges up the incline, its engine roaring and exhaust belching. With a single operator guiding the way from the open cab and a rear-mounted hydraulic loader swinging into position, the operation becomes a display of brutal, old-school logging grit. Every inch forward is earned through torque, skill, and unshakable confidence. This isn't just transport, it's survival in the wild, and this truck delivers.
From precision tree filling to full-blown stump shredding mayhem, what you've just witnessed is the raw reality behind the title, jaw-dropping logging and firewood machines in extreme action. These aren't just machines, they're battlefield tools in the harshest terrain, operated by fearless pros who turn chaos into control. Every log hauled, every stump destroyed, every split-second maneuver is a testament to unmatched skill and mechanical dominance. In a world where one wrong move can end in disaster, only the toughest equipment and boldest operators survive. If this kind of high-stakes forestry action gets your adrenaline pumping, don't just watch, subscribe, like, and share. Because here on Tech Trouble, we bring you the most extreme, jaw-dropping logging content on the internet every single time.